Hi and welcome to the second New Tech Vodcast. Today I'd like to talk about the iPad and what could have been. With the imminent release of the new MacBook Air in the next few weeks, or perhaps the WWDC in June, I thought it's time to reflect on how these two lines should have perhaps come together, the MacBook Air and the iPad. Now, because I'm so resourceful and intelligent, I'm going to use an A4 piece of card to illustrate my point. Now, an A4 piece of card folded in half, we have the basic ergonomics of a 10 or an 11-inch MacBook Air or an Apple netbook. So in its most basic format, you have a standard netbook arrangement, that of a MacBook or MacBook Air. You've got a keyboard there, and you've got a screen there. Now if you make that screen a touch screen, that of the iPads, that allows for this. If you have a strong enough hinge, we have a fold over. So at the moment we have a display on the top and the keyboard would be flat against the bottom. Now that does actually bring in another problem, which is if you put it flat against the surface, every key would be pressed because the keys are not actually recessed on a MacBook or a MacBook Air. If you have a look at one, if you're on one at the moment, you'll notice every key would effectively be pressed if you put it down on the desk. Now if you were to bezel the aluminium edges around your MacBook or your MacBook Air, that could rest solidly without any key being pressed. What you have now is a tablet, a touchscreen tablet, that can be laid flat, can be laid on a surface like that. And if you look at the arrangement of where the flat aluminium panels next to your trackpad are, they would actually work out to be perfect hand-holding areas on the back so that you could have thumb inputs on the touchscreen. So what we've discussed here today is the basic ergonomics of a combined device, a 10 or an 11-inch MacBook Air or an Apple netbook, combined with the benefits of an iPad. Both have benefits, both have drawbacks. In the case of the MacBook Air, 10 or an 11-inch, ideal portable travel companion. You have a Mac OS operating system, a full keypad, and a 10 or 11-inch screen. The other benefit is all of the benefits we've already talked about having a tablet screen and about having the benefits of an iPad. So in summary, I've personally never really seen the point in the 13-inch MacBook Air. It's thin, yes, and it's light, but it kind of misses the point as a travel companion. The market share of the 10 and the 11-inch PC netbook models has really shown that to be the ideal setup. The iPad in turn, and let's not beat about the bush, it was a disappointment. It lacks performance, it lacks Snow Leopard, and so therefore it lacks Microsoft Office. So it doesn't tick all the boxes for a portable all-in-one device. They compromised, and so the price is reasonable. And the device I propose that it would of course be a high-end design, but the MacBook Air is hardly cheap anyway. A combined ergonomic device that encompasses the benefits of Snow Leopard platform, the layout of a MacBook, yet the intuitive touchscreen interface benefits of the iPad would have made better sense all along. Personally, I'm hoping that we'll see a 10 or an 11-inch MacBook Air model at the WWDC in June, which would at least meet us halfway. Unfortunately though, I think the chances of this are pretty minimal.